All right, so this is a suggestion via a donation. Now, the name of the video is, yeah, let's go ahead and reword this, guys. A man who fell off of cruise ship, all right? Apparently, there were sharks in the water. There was a rip current, and he stayed in the water for 20 hours. This title is weird, so we're going to go ahead and fix that title for the upload, but let's check it out.
It was a Thanksgiving to remember.
James Michael Grimes knows he's lucky to be alive.
My worst fear is drowning, and that was something I did not want to have to face.
The 28-year-old going overboard a cruise ship in the middle of the night, saying he spent about 20 hours treading water alone in the Gulf of Mexico.
I wanted to see my family, and I was dead set on making it out of there. You know, I was never accepting that this is it.
Bro, did the cruise ship leave him? Or he was just like trying to stay afloat? Bro, that's a lot of willpower. That's a will. That's a massive will to live. I commend him for it. I have no idea how he was able to stay afloat, guys. Just to be honest.
This is going to be the end.
Unless he like laid on his back or something.
It was supposed to be a Thanksgiving celebration. James Michael and 18 of his family members boarding the Carnival Valor last Wednesday in New Orleans.
We were just hanging out, having a good time, watching some live music, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Did you have a few drinks?
I had during the day, and I'd actually did like an air guitar solo, and there was a competition they were doing, and I'd won it, so I'd won a free drink, so I had that. But
But you hadn't had like, you weren't inebriated, you had like a ton of drink.
Nah, he looks like he was inebriated, bro. I'm sorry.
no, ma'am.
Slightly.
How many drinks do you think you'd had?
I couldn't really say.
Around 11 p.m. that first
Guys,
night
come
on
on.
board, James Michael told his sister he was going to the bathroom. What happened next is still unclear.
Do you remember leaving and going to find the bathroom?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember falling off the boat?
No.
So you don't know how it happened?
No,
He
ma'am.
was toasted,
I came to
bro.
regain consciousness. I was in the water with no boat in sight.
So you, for a while, were passed out in the water.
Yes, ma'am. Yep. And
I have multiple
I
questions.
can't float myself, even when I'm trying to.
Okay.
So there had to be, the Lord was with me when I was out there, because something was holding me up the whole time.
Guys, he fell into the water and then instantly, like, being that he was passed out, he remained limp. That's a different type of luck, guys. All right, I thought that he was just like trying to like wade in the water in a sense, guys, but no. All right, so he was floating.
While I was passed out.
The next day, when he hadn't returned to his cabin, his family alerted the ship's crew. At 2:30, more than 12 hours after James Michael was last seen, Carnival notified the Coast Guard of a missing passenger.
We did have a fairly significant search area. It was a potential of over 7,000 miles of ocean we had to search.
James Michael was alone in an area known to be a feeding ground for sharks.
I thought it was a shark. I mean, I was swimming in one direction, and I looked around, and I seen it at the corner of my eye, and it came up on me really quick. I went under, and I could see it, and it wasn't a shark, I don't believe, but it had more like a flat mouth, and it came up and bumped one of my legs, and I kicked it with the other leg. It scared me, not knowing what it was, or at the time how big it was. All I could see was a fin.
The avid outdoorsman tried to stay positive and calm. Exhausted and hungry, he ate what he could find to maintain his energy.
A stick come floating by.
What could you find?
Looked like bamboo.
Okay.
So I started eating on it, and it actually, I'm not going to say it tasted good, but it gave some type of flavor in my mouth other than salt water.
Was there any point while you were out there where you thought, I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this?
When it started getting back towards nighttime again, the water started getting colder.
Right.
At that time, I thought, how much longer am I going to have to be out here?
Right.
Yeah. But you just kept swimming?
Yes, ma'am. The fall didn't kill me. Sea creatures didn't eat me. I felt like I was meant to get out of there.
As the sun was going down Thanksgiving night, James Michael says he spotted a glimmer of hope, the lights from a tanker ship, and decided to swim towards it.
That was my final little burst of energy. The strength that I had, I used pretty much every bit of it to try to make it to one of them.
The Coast Guard then arriving, his miraculous rescue captured on camera.
Within the water.
When the Coast Guard got there,
Yeah.
what happened?
They circled the boat 2 or 3 times looking for me, and I'd done taken off my socks and everything and was just waving them around my head, trying to do something where they could see me.
Right.
And when that light finally hit me, somehow I heard, "We got him." And I seen a guy coming down from that helicopter, and it was coming towards me. Right then I thought, man, I see the light.
When the Coast Guard guy showed up in the water, what'd you say to him?
Well, the first thing I actually told him was, "I don't have any clothes on." Because I didn't.
Well,
I just stripped out of everything. He said, "That's fine." All right.
Right.
And I was just like, okay. And he told me to hold on to this life vessel, and I was just thinking, thank you. You're like a guardian angel coming down for me.
His rescuers believe he was seconds away from not making it.
I swam to as fast as I could. As I got to him, I shoved the rescue sling under his arms, and he collapsed into it. He had nothing left.
James Michael says the whole experience has given him new purpose.
These were actually the
I can imagine.
that
I can
planned on
absolutely
wearing on the
imagine.
cruise, but never got to. And I put them on this morning, and I reached in the pocket, and there was something, there's a fortune. It says, Life's a beach. Enjoy the waves.
Do you think it changed
that's
you?
wild,
Yes,
bro.
definitely. It opened my eyes. I take things for granted, I reckon, or a lot of people
You took things.
Do you think
probably.
you'll go on a cruise ship again?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, just drink less next time.
Yeah, I ain't gonna let it discourage me
Right.
that much. I might not get within 10 foot of the rails, but I'll definitely be open to going on another cruise, because I really didn't get to go on this one.
Bro. I like his energy, right? I mean, listen, he went through something absolutely wild. You definitely would want no one in your family or you very specifically to ever deal with something like this. I'm not sure the average person could deal with something like this, right? But he miraculously fell into the water, which he didn't remember falling into the water. It tells me that he was most likely blackout intoxicated, right? I get it. You don't want to say that that's what happened, bro, but come on, we could easily put the pieces together. You left most likely that air guitar thing that you were doing. You were extremely intoxicated. You accidentally fell over the rails, like unfortunately a lot of people do. Well, I mean, there are more people that don't, but there's so many people, right, in terms of numbers individually, that we're going to have to say a lot of people, guys, right? But obviously, if you go on a cruise, the chance of you doing it is not very high, but there have been a pretty large number of people lost at sea on cruises, guys. People disappear on cruises, and I don't know how that could be explained, guys, right? But I'm sure a lot of the instances are probably similar to this here, guys. The fact that he was found within like a 7,000-mile search radius, wow. Okay, literally, wow. You have everything on your side in your life for the rest of your life to look back at that very specific moment and be like, this did not beat me. What can? I hope he has, lots of success in life after this very specific thing. Hopefully he doesn't, become slothful or just overall like not a productive member of society, guys. I hope that he reaches for every single goal that he's ever had and smashes them. Right? He deserves it. Listen, now let me know in the comments the next thing I should be checking out, and I will get into that as soon as I possibly can. All right? And listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day and enjoy your day thoroughly.